Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another Stormworks video and welcome to episode 30 of a hardcore career mode series. In this video, we're going to be building a forklift with hoppers on the front. This will allow us to unload the train at the metal ore foundry and then again over at the sell point in the trading yard. But anyway guys, as always, I hope you'll enjoy. Let's get started. Alrighty, so I've just taken the train and all the hopper cars back to the workbench. Now we can start on the forklift. So let's come out like this and we're going to drag it back to about there-ish, something like that. That should be fine. And on the front, I actually want to have double wheels. So let's go wheels. Should we use 3x3s or I might go 5x5s because I want this thing to be pretty heavy duty. So we're going to go just like that and we'll leave that like so. We'll go double wheels for both of them though. There we go, very good, that looks awesome. And let's start with the wheel guards to come out to about here or so, and then we'll drag it back to maybe, what if we go to about there? That should be fine, then we'll come over like that. And then I guess we'll grab another wheel and we'll chuck it about here. That should be just fine. I know it's very close, but it shouldn't hit it. It should be a-okay. And actually, instead of having that so square, maybe we'll chuck some upside down wedges on the bottom, make it look that little bit better. We'll come along like that, and then we can actually get rid of a lot of the inside there. And I suppose the next thing we'll do is actually start working on the back, so I don't want it to overhang too much. So what if we grab a couple of these and we'll end it off right here? Very good. Now, actually, we'll have the radiator sitting at the back here, but we'll just fill it in with some blocks for now. Let's come outways with some wedges too. We go up like this, then we'll fill that into maybe here. Should be a-okay. Then we'll come around with some more wedges just like this. Yeah, it's probably a little flat, but that's fine. Actually, I might put that radiator in now. We may as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna put a big boy in here, radiator. Nice, and we'll just chuck it right here. We'll come around like that. Okay, very cool. I think I might fill in the bottom with some more wedges as well. And then on the top of that, we might just grab some wedges, go along like that, and we'll just finish it off with, I suppose these are the only ones they're gonna fit. We'll come along like that. There we go, good stuff. And should we go like this along here too? Maybe we should. We come along like that. Yeah, we just need to fill in this area though. Should we just use some regular blocks? That should be fine. We'll just go along like so, maybe 4 blocks, something like that. 5 blocks, that should be a-okay. And now we need to start coming down here and make this look half decent if possible. So what if we go something like that? Then we'll grab a little baby wedge and chuck it. Yeah, that actually looks really good. I like that. Now along the side, what on earth are we going to do here? Should we come up maybe a couple of blocks like this? Okie dokie. That looks good. I sort of make this flow down if possible, but we'll worry about that afterwards, I guess. Let's grab another little wedge. We'll come up here for the wheel guard and we'll put another one on top. Yep. And I think these front wheels are going to stick out. What's that? Nearly a whole block, isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, it just about is. If I put a whole block there, though, it's going to go past it. And I'd rather the wheels stick out. We might come out like that in the end. But for now, I think we'll just go like this. If we go 3 wedges across like so, very good. And we'll just have to match it and go along here. Boom, boom. Not that one there. Good stuff. And we'll just fill that in. So that houses that wheel in nicely. Let's put another little couple of wedges up here too, just to make it look that little bit better. Very good. Now, I want to come back to up here. I want to come maybe like this. And we might start flowing that down if we can. So let's grab a couple of these bad boys. Come around like this. And we might just come down to about there. And then the cab's sort of going to start about here. So I don't know how I'm going to make this all work. But what if we come up like that? And then we'll come across like this. And then actually, I think we'll get rid of those two. And I might go like this. This might look a little bit better. That way it'll make the cab look separated. So let's come along like this. We'll go all the way to about there. We'll worry about that spot afterwards. And then maybe we'll come up one more and this will be the floor level. So something like that. So we can get rid of those little blocks and we can fill all that in like so. Okay, very good. Let's come forward a couple more blocks and we'll go to about there. So as you can see, we're going to be sitting up pretty high, but that's okay. Let's actually bring that out one more. There we go. That looks good. Now, what exactly are we going to do here? That is the question. I think some of that's going to have to go. And what if we grab one of these ones? We'll come around like so. And that way we can continue that. Coming down, I think, is probably a good idea. So let's grab one of these, flip it around that way, and we'll come down like that. Okay. Then if we break in here, we should be able to fit one of these in, come around and chuck her in. And can we fill that in? Yes, we can. Okay, good. This might even work if we're lucky. Then we'll come along like that. Is that doing anything? No, it's not. That is. Okay. And that's not, so we can get rid of some of that. That's good. Okay. That is looking a little bit strange so far. I do know that, but it will hopefully work. We should probably put the engine in too while we can. That's not a bad idea. We won't fill in too much more back there just in case we can't get to it afterwards, but we'll go something like this. Let's just get the shape of the cab and then we'll go to the engine. That's probably a half decent idea. So let's come along like this. Let's grab some 1x4s. Let's flip them up like so. Come around like that. And, if we come up like... No, that's not going to work, is it? We need to get rid of that one. Go boom, boom. Okay, that's decently big. Let's go like that. Okay, this is looking really strange, isn't it? I like it. Okay, let's keep going. Let's actually get rid of this, and we might start down here with the cab because, yeah, the way I want this to line up, I want this to be one block lower. So we go like this. I do believe that one's going to have to go as well for this to work. So let's come up like that. Okay, something like this. I might get rid of that one. And we'll just fill that in with some regular blocks. Okay, it's looking a little bit more like a forklift. Still a little bit strange. That's okay. Let's keep filling it around here. We'll put a bit of a sun visor thing along here too. Okay, that's not too bad, you know. I don't mind that at all. We really need to get to that engine though. We'll do that in just a sec. Let's come up like this. And I think that'll be how big the cab is. So is there any of this we can get rid of? We can get rid of this. And those two there. Okay. That is about it. Can that go too? Yes, that can go. We have plenty of room for an engine back here, so that's actually really good. They can go too. Nice. Heaps of room down there. Good stuff. We are going to have to put a whole bunch of weight blocks in there too, so that's actually really good. So now maybe just a few more little things at the front here. Let's come along like this, and we'll put our tracks on the front here. Actually, no, what are they called? Compact track. That's the one. We need a couple of these. Let's go like this. Boop. And this will be what our hoppers are going to run on. So what if we just come up to about here? That should be A-okay. Good stuff. We'll fill that in, go along like that. That'll probably be high enough, I'd say, because I'm not sure how high we're actually going to have to go with this. So I think that'll be fine. Let's actually replace those with some spotlights. That might look pretty cool, actually. Chuck a couple of these ones up here. Hey, wrong way. There we go. Boop. Okay, nice. It is looking a little on the thin side. Maybe what we could do if we add some wedges on like this, and yeah, will that make it look too thick? That'd be all right. It might destroy our view a little bit though, but it looks better. That's okay. And we'll I might as well put the little thingies in first. Let's go track one of these bad boys. Chuck a couple of these in. So we'll go like this. There we go. Good stuff. We'll sort those out afterwards. Let's actually finish off in here first. So there's got to be pipes that go to those wheels. So we can't forget about that. Maybe we should probably do that now. Actually, it's probably a good idea. So let's just go like this, just so we know they're here. Actually, if we go like this, and then we'll chuck a T-piece in, and then we can send that straight back. There we go. Good stuff. And now we should be able to fill in along here. I don't know exactly what I want to have here though. Maybe we should just have some regular wedges that come along here. Would that be okay? That should be fine. And what can we do in this area? I really don't know what to do here. What if we come along like this? No, that's a bit weird, isn't it? I think this needs to be filled in because we have the wheel well there too, don't we? So what if we go something like that? Is that fine? Or we may as well just make it match up with that there, so it looks like it's holding it a little bit. And then we'll put like a bit of a dash thingy in, maybe there-ish. And I want to put one more support on these. So what if we grab a couple of these ones, and let's line it up, go like this, and we'll go from here, and will that drag up? Yes, it will. Okay, good. That makes it look like it's supported at least. That's good. I like that. And then we'll just fill in this part. All right, so something like that. I've just changed the wedges in here and put some coming up there to make it look like it's half supported. I think that'll be just fine. All right, now next up, I think what I want to do is actually put the engine in. So let's try and make up a little baby engine for this thing. Should we fill in the bottom is my next question. Then we have something to build off. I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave it open and we'll just build off a little piece for now. That'll be fine. So let's go modular. We're just going to chuck a little baby engine in this thing. So just a few little crankshafts. We'll just go along like this. That should be fine. Or maybe one more. That should be okay. Just 4 cylinders, and then we'll put the drive belt off this bit. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll have the drive belt off this side. Might be better. That way we can have the coolant pump closer to the radiators. That's probably a good idea. Nice. All right, let's get some cylinders out. We need some of these ones, the little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just have 4 on each side here. That should be more than enough. I can't see us needing more than that, actually. Actually, those ones have got to go, don't they? We'll chuck them down this end. There we go. That's better. And we'll just go like that. Good stuff. All right, we should probably put a few bits on this end first. Let's just get rid of all that for now. We'll build the engine first, and then we'll put supports in later. We need a fluid pump, so that can be the most important part. That can go, yep, that way. Good stuff. Then we're going to need a couple of starters. Boop. Like this. Doink. And we'll just put a little alternator at the bottom. That'll be just fine. I don't think we're going to need too much more than that. There we go. Very good. Let's get this cooling system sorted first, I suppose. Let's go pipe, and we'll plumb it up into the radiator. Maybe this radiator should be flipped around, actually. Go like this. Boop. There we go. So that way they're going to be closer. Very good. Now, I think what we'll do is, because it's in the wheel well, we might use enclosed pipes. That might look a little bit better. So we'll just go to about here on both sides. Then we'll go to the one side. Now we need to get this to there. So if we grab an angle, come up and then across. Good stuff. And then I might put a T-piece in this area, and then we're going to have a fluid tank after that. So actually, you know what we'll do? We'll rotate that around that way. Good. And we need to get this one over to here. Alrighty, that is all done. I've color coded it all blue, so it's nice and easy to see what it is. So we basically have it going through the engine, out the other side, through the radiator, and back through into the pump, and then it'll repeat that, hopefully. And I've also put a little constant number down here on number 1, so that way that pump and the alternator is always engaged. Very good. Now what I want to do is fill in the wheel well a little bit, so something like this, and we just go along the top like that. We should probably fill in that little area too. Good, that way the wheel is nice and enclosed. And the next thing we should probably do is add a few more engine parts on. So let's go back to modular. We're going to need a 1x1 flywheel. We'll chuck that right here. Very good, that won't hit the ground. That's good. It's in a good spot. I'm going to need a clutch after that one, so come around like so. Very nice. And we need a few more bits on here, don't we? So we should probably link some of this together with a couple of these ones. We just go there and there, and we'll need a couple down the bottom as well. Chuck one there, and we'll put one there too. Very nice, and we'll just chuck it together with a couple of these ones, boom, boom, and they should be all good. Now, there's still a few things we're going to need. We are going to need an exhaust manifold, so one of these ones on the one side, something like that. Good stuff. That's actually going to come out the top, I think is probably a great idea. So let's grab a couple of pipes, we'll come up, and we'll sort that out afterwards. That is going to be one of the last things we do. Now, back to the modular, we are going to need an air intake next as well. So grab one of these, come around like that. And this is also going to head upwards, so we're going to go like this, because we're going to put a bit of a scoop on the back of it, I think. It might be a little weird, but we'll see how it goes. We'll go like that. Geez, the engine's real low in there, isn't it? I mean, we probably could have raised it up a little bit, but anyway, that's where it is now, so that's where it's going to stay. It's not going to go anywhere, so we'll just leave that right there. That'll be just fine. And we are going to need a fuel tank in here somewhere too, so let's grab a manifold to go towards that. Let's come around like this, boom. And okay, let's sort out a fuel tank. We'll just chuck it in the middle somewhere, I reckon. Or what if we actually do the drivetrain first, and then we'll do the fuel tank afterwards. That way we can have plenty of room for this. So let's go like this, actually, both sides, please. Boop. And we need to go back to pipes. Let's link all of the wheels together. That will make it nice and easy. Very good. And we'll just go forward to about here. Actually, they can go. We can put regular pipes in now, can't we? There we go. Good stuff. Come around like that. And we'll just go to about there. And then we got the front axle coming out here. So now we need to plumb all this together. So off the clutch, let's have a couple of gearboxes. We're going to need one for high and low range. So we're just going to have 2 speeds that we can change manually, and then a reverse gear. So let's go boom, boom. That should do it, I think. I think, hopefully. Let's connect all this together now with some pipes. All right, so I've just gone ahead and finished off the drivetrain, and I've actually added the fuel tank in right above it right here, which is very good. So we have our spawner, meter, our port to suck it in, and we have our gas relief valve on the side sticking out there. I've also changed the manifold position for the fuel to the top there, so that way it all works together, hopefully nicely. So that is all very good. Now, what I want to do next is actually sort out the top of this. So let's go back to both sides. Going to come along like that, I'd say. Now, we actually need to kind of do the exhaust and the air at the same time here. So what we'll do, I think we might start with this little top piece. Let's go like this. I want to put like a little scoop looking thing at the top if possible. So let's go like this. Okie dokie, let's grab a couple of these ones. Let's go along like that. And I actually want to have a few ports along here. So let's go like this, boom, boom. So one of these will be the air. And then we're going to have an exhaust sitting on the back here. So is this the air one here? Yes, it is. So that needs to connect straight up to one of these bad boys. So let's go like this, come along, come back up. And this will line up. Good stuff. All right, over like this. And then we'll go into that port. Very good. So that's where it's going to get its air from, actually. That needs to be one of these pipes, doesn't it? Here we go. Let's go along like that. Very good. So that actually works. Nice. Let's fill that in like nothing happened. And then we got this spot to worry about. So let's come along like this, come along like that, and we can actually fill that whole area in, actually, just like that. Very good. Now, I have to leave that bit open, obviously, because we have our ports there. And back here, what are we going to do with this? Let's go on both sides. Those probably a good idea. Like this. Let's come along like that. Okay, good stuff. And then I suppose we'll just go like this and put a bit of an angle on the back. I guess we'll go like that, and a few of these along there. Now let's get this exhaust sorted. So what if we break in, yeah, here should be fine. Let's go a pipe, grab a straight one, go straight down into there. Very good. Now I want to put a few catalytic converters along, and then it goes up and out into the world, basically. So let's go with a pipe along like this. Good. Catalytic converters, a few of these bad boys. come along like that. 1, 2. If we go 3, then it'll come up about here. That should be fine. Let's go like that. And can we just use, I'll just use the regular exhaust port, I suppose, one of these ones. Chuck it there. I don't think that looks too bad, does it? Maybe a little on the odd side, but I don't mind it. All the builds in this season seem to be a little bit odd, so that's okay. I'm happy with that. Now we just need to plumb that together with this exhaust, don't we? All right, that is all sorted. Very good. Now, what I want to do on the side here, wait, where is that port? Okay, there. So what if we go both sides? Let's chuck some ladders here so it's easier to get up and down. Let's go ladder. Grab a couple of these ones. Boom, boom. Should we come? No, we'll just go to there. That should be fine. We should be able to jump in anyway, but that should be okay. That looks pretty good. Now, just before we move on to the front, what I want to do real quick is sort out these gearboxes. So one of them is going to put it in reverse. So just like that. And the next one will be high and low range. So we might have low range pretty slow, so maybe 5.2. And then you can push the button and you can go faster at the 1.1. So that should be fine. I think that will be okay. Yeah, we'll try with that first and see what happens. But otherwise, let's move on to the front here. So let's go boom, boom. Connect those two together. Now, how do I want to go about this? I think what we'll do, we'll go along like that. Let's get some hoppers out. Should we use just a couple of these ones maybe? We'll put one in the middle. Then we go one on either side and then another one at the front like that. Or can we go even wider? Or is that a little bit too much? Does that look a little bit better? I don't know. What if we go like that for now? We can always add more on if we want to. And then we're going to make it look like this is half connected if we can. Let's come along like that. And how much further down can it actually come? 2 more blocks. 1, 2. I think that'll just hit the ground like that. So that should be just fine. And then what do we want to do at the top of this? What if we put a few along here as well? Just like that maybe. Should be fine. And that will come up. That will cover the spotlights, won't it? That probably doesn't matter because I don't think we're ever going to come up that high anyway. So that should be just fine. But anyway, now that that's done, let's go ahead and add a seat in. Maybe that's not a bad idea. We'll chuck one of those right there. That should be okay. Very good. Now, what I want to do is put a beacon on the top. So maybe this area here. So can we try and raise it up a little bit to make it look that little bit better? Something like this. Okay, it doesn't look like it's going to be in the middle of the cab though, does it? That's okay. We'll just go like this and we'll just chuck a few of these on. Might help with the look a little bit. Boom, boom. Let's go light. And we'll chuck it up the top. Ooh, should we just use a regular one of these that flashes? Oh, that looks ridiculous. I love it. Very good. And yeah, we'll just have the one. That'll be okay. So then it's an orange flashing light. There we go. That does look a little strange, but anyway, that's fine. Should we chuck a couple of lights on the back here too? Just a couple of regular ones. Should be a-okay. We come along like that. Very good. So that would just be like little brake lights or parkers or something along those lines. We got spotlights up there. Should we put a couple on the wheel arch as well? Maybe a couple little spotlights. That'd be okay. Just go boop. Okay, yeah, that's probably fine. And then we just put one on the inside as well. Just grab one of these. We'll put it up here behind the seat. Should be fine. Boop. Just like that. And this one we can dim down quite a bit. We should probably dim them all down actually. Boop. And these ones will be red back here, won't they? Boop. Oh, actually we have the ones up the top too. Boop. There we go. Very nice. Now, just before we go too far, I do want to add a refill port onto this too. So maybe on this side we'll have refill and recharge. So let's go anchor. And okay, good. Oh, we should probably put some rope anchors on too. It's not a bad idea. So let's chuck this right here. And we'll chuck a fluid hose anchor right there as well. Boom, boom. Very good. We'll put the hose and the cable over here. So let's go cable. Grab one of these ones. Go along like that. And we'll get a hose out too. This one. And we'll chuck it right on top. That way we've got them there if we need them. Now we need to add a few pumps onto this so we can pump in and out as well. Something just like that should be fine. We've got our ports on that end and it goes out to here. And we have our pump in and pump out buttons right here. Awesome. Now what I do want to do real quick is make these the right color. So we've got blue for the cable and red for the fluid pump. We might even change these buttons to match as well. Boom and boom. Now while we're using anchors, let's go back to anchor. Go back to white for a moment, grab a couple of these. We might put a few of these on just in case. You never know. Put a couple up there. Put a couple back here. Should we put one on the back? Nah, that'll be fine. I think that'll be a-okay. Yeah, that's plenty. That way we can lift it if we ever need to. Well, you know what? We'll put one right in the middle too. Boom. Just like that so we can lift it up right in the middle if we have to. Because we are going to be lifting these with the tilt rotor to be able to transport them. So, yeah, we are going to have to pick it up some way or another. Also, this is looking rather flat here. So maybe if we chuck a couple of wedges in like that. We'll put a couple on this side as well. Whoop, yeah, like that. Yeah, that's fine. Why not? Gives a little bit of a rounder look, I suppose. I don't know, not as sharp. What if we chuck a couple of these ones up here too? Yeah, that's probably a-okay. I like it. I guess while we're here, we may as well do something inside as well. I don't know what though. Should we chuck a couple of these in? Oh no, wrong way. Boom, boom. Okay, we'll make this dash a little thicker. Maybe is the seat too far back? Should we bring it forward 1 block? Maybe we should, let's get rid of that we just did. Actually, let's grab this and we'll put it right there. That'll be okay. You know what? We'll actually put these back. My bad. Let's come up like this, come around, and we'll just fill in the dash like that. Okay, there we go. That sort of works, doesn't it? Got plenty of room back here, though. That's good. Maybe we could add some equipment back here. Maybe we can get away with that. There we go. Let's go specialist and see what we got. Maybe a fire extinguisher isn't a bad idea at all. We'll just chuck maybe 2 of those in. Maybe a couple of welders as well. You never know. Stand these up like that one. And go 2 next to that one. Boop. Maybe a few of these first aid kits isn't a bad idea either. We'll go like this. Boom, boom, boom. And that'll probably be it, to be honest. We do have a heater here we can chuck in too. What if we chuck that back here? It's not a bad idea. Come around like this. Boink. And we should probably add a button in for that right now before we forget to, shouldn't we? Actually, let's just quickly finish off here. We'll just fill that in. I don't think we're going to need... Oh, you know what? We'll just put a couple of ropes. That'll be fine. A couple of ropes, a couple of these ones. Come around like this. Boing and boing. And now we're getting close to actually finishing this off. So let's start by adding a few dials and buttons and whatnot. So let's go display. Gonna need a whole bunch of these ones. Should we go up this way? Yes, we should. Boom and boom. That is heaps. All right, nice. What do we want to have first? Maybe we could go start. That's probably a good start. Button toggle on number 1. Number 2. What if we put the rest of the lights on this one here? Then we'll start going some dials over this way. So let's go spotlights on a button. Toggle number 2. We should probably do this as we go. And this one can be mast light. So that'll be the lights all the way up the top there. Very good. On toggle number 3. And number 4 can be interior lights. Or interior light rather. Interior light button toggle number 4. There we go. So that's our button sorted. Now this one we might have our RPS. Dial 0 can display a maximum of 15, something like that on number 1. Number 2 can be our fuel 0 and that can just show a maximum of 100. Number 2. Number 3 can be our temperature. Just go temp for short 0 and that can show a maximum of 100. So we get up there, we're in a bit of trouble. And the last one can be our ore level. And that can show us how full our front basket is. Dial 0 can show us a maximum of 100 on number 4. There we go. We should probably add the battery in here too. It's not a bad idea. Battery, good stuff. Capital B for that one. Dial 01. And also that flashing light on the top is going to turn on when we actually turn the whole forklift on itself. So that's always handy. Number 2 can actually be our reverse and number 3 can be our high to low range gearbox. That's probably a good idea too. Button toggle number 3, number 2, number 1. And number 4, I might just make that our park brake. Park brake. There we go. And that can just be a toggle button. Actually, you know what? We'll make that a flip switch just so it stands out so we know to always flick that one. There we go. Number 4. Very nice. So I don't think we're actually going to need this one unless I'm forgetting something, but I think that will be just fine. Oh, we are forgetting something, Heater. I might just put a toggle button back here so it's out the way. Toggle button. This will just be nice and easy. We just chuck that right there. Boop. We'll name that heater and that can go straight over to there. And I suppose the next thing we should probably do before we give it all a bit of a paint is add some weight blocks in. So let's go weight. Some of these bad boys. I might make them all red so they stand out. Ooh, we've got plenty of room in here, don't we? Okay, let's go. Actually, on both sides, probably a good idea. Along like this. We are going to need a little bit of weight at the back here. And can we go in there? Yes, we can. Very good. We can come all the way along like that. Few at the top. I don't want too much weight up too high, but that's okay. And obviously, we're not going to be able to get to this engine to repair it if anything was to go wrong, unfortunately. But, it's fine. I don't think... We'll just have to be really careful. That's okay. I'm not really too worried about it. It's only like a cheap little forklift, so we can always just go and grab another one if we need to. How much does it cost? Yeah, $10,000. Not much at all, so that's okay. Let's just put a little bit more in here. Maybe a couple like that. That should be more than enough, shouldn't it? That will keep a lot of weight over the back. One thing I did forget was actually a battery, so let's very quickly add one of those in. Do we have a little bit of room? Oh, we can go up here on top of the engine, can't we? We'll just turn that around like... Can I go there? There we go. Awesome. Okay, I think that is everything now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give everything a quick lick of paint. I'm going to make up some microcontrollers and connect up a whole bunch of logic, and I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty guys, here's our forklift all spawned in. I think it actually looks really good. I'm very happy with it. We've got our Bizza logo on the side there. We've got a few bits and bobs. Come around the back, we've got a big old radiator, our exhaust, another Bizza logo. I think it looks really good. I'm pretty keen to give it a go. So let's jump in up the side, jump in our seat. Alrighty, I suppose the first thing we should do is test the mass, which works. Like, oh, there's actually coal in that. So is that reading right? Yes, it is. We need to unload that. That's we need to put them on 0. That's okay. But let's give this thing a go. So let's start her up. There we go. Very good. There she is. She's on. Fuel, 2,300 liters. Okie dokie. It's starting to come dark. So let's make this quick. Otherwise, we might have to have a quick sleep. So let's go forwards. Here we go. And we are moving. Very good. Look at that. Nice. All right. I don't know. This is in low range. So let's put it in high range. Boop. And we should be able to pick up a bit of speed. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, we don't need to go faster than that. That's fine. Back into low range, please. Very good. Okay, the battery is charging, so that's actually really good. Let's come around this way. I might go and have a quick snooze, actually, before it gets too dark. We'll just head down this way. So, yeah, nice and slow. We definitely don't need it to be any faster than this. That's all right. I might limit those RPS, though, because I think it can go up to 30, and I don't want it to go that high. All right, let's stop right here. Nice. We'll put the park brake on, and we'll turn it off just for a sec. Let's run here and have a quick snooze. Okay, super windy, and we just got paid some money because apparently we saved someone, but that's fine. I'll take it. That's okay. All right, let's jump back in here and jump in our seat. Now, I want to turn this thing back on. Let's have a quick look on the outside. And, oh, yeah, look at that. It's flashing. That's cool. I like it. That might get annoying in the cab, though, because it's making us flash. That's all right. All good. So let's go for a bit of a drive, I suppose. Let's take off the handbrake, and let's go. Yeah, okie dokie. We don't have a speedo on this thing, but I really don't think we need it, you know. That's all right. So our temperature seems to work. Fuel, RPS is working, and our thingamajiggy there is working. One thing I didn't add was a release for that. So I might have to go and do that real quick, and I might make that 0 too. So let's head back down this way. Let's come around, and we'll just park it. Whoa, we need to lower those RPS. That's okay. Stop here and take it back. All right, so very quickly, let's add a release button. Let's make it nice and big. Let's just use one big toggle button. Let's go toggle. We just grab this one, make it white, boink, and we'll just go that color like that. Okie dokie, you just plumb that in, and we'll make that come over to here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we need the ducks on the bottom, don't we? Great idea. Better not forget those. Let's go like this. Boom, 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 and boom. Should we have that many? Is that going to be okay? I think that'll be fine. Good stuff. All right, let's connect that one like this up to all of those. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Do they need power? No, they don't. Very good. But while we are down here, let's turn this down to 0 so it spawns with nothing in it because we don't want that. Doink, and all those up to there. Good stuff. And now the engine controller, which is this one, can be limited to maybe, what if we go 15 RPS? That should be more than enough. I don't think we're going to need more than that. All right, there's our little forklifts. Go and jump inside, and we might put the mast up and see if those funnel ducts actually release. Let's come up like this, doink. So right now, they're on false. So if we push that button, it works. I forgot to name that, but that's okay. True and false. Good stuff. All right, that works. Nice. Let's come back down, and we're going to go for one more test drive. So start her up. Okay, and forwards. Let's go. Whee! Okay, so we shouldn't go too fast now. I did limit the RPS. That should start coming down. Yes, it is. All right, good. So this is just low range. That's all we're going to need for most of the time, I'd say. And then we can flick it into high range. And we're picking up just a little bit of speed. That's good. I like it. Let's come back around. Big skid. That's okay. Alrighty. So I think that this is all good to go for next episode, actually. So let's come in for a quick stop, put the handbrake on, and we're going to talk about what we're going to do next. Oh, we should probably test that reverse, actually. Reverse. Does that work? Yes, it does. Okay, good. That's rather important. Stop. Oh, all right. Should be all good. Let's test out a few lights quickly. Interior works. Mask lights and spotlights. I'm pretty sure I've just seen all that come on. Spotlights and the mask lights are on. Interior lights on. The ones at the back are on as well, and that is turned on. Very good. Nice little exhaust there. Awesome. All right, let's jump in, turn all of this off. Boom, 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 boom. Handbrake is on. High, low. Turn that off. And that is all good to go. But anyway, guys, that is going to do us for today. Next episode, the plan is to actually spawn 2 of these bad boys in, and we're actually going to spawn in the truck and the train and make sure everything works together as it should. So make sure this goes high enough, make sure the back of our mining truck dumps high enough into the train, and a few other things like that. But if all seems to go well, we're actually going to spawn 2 of these in, and we're going to take one all the way down here to the metal ore foundry and drop one off. Then we're going to fly back, and we're going to fly another one down to the trading yard and drop it off also. So obviously we're going to be using our tilt rotor right there. And I don't know how well it's going to work, but when we spawn our mining truck in, if it all works, we're actually going to pick it up with the tilt rotor as well and drop it off over here at the quarry, because once we drive the train over, we're not going to be able to, well, I mean, we could, but I don't want to run all the way back and get the truck. So I think we're going to drop the truck off here and lift it up with that, but I don't know how that's going to go, so we'll have to see what happens. But for now, guys, I'd like to say thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, if any of you have any suggestions, then feel free to let me know down below. But otherwise, I'll see you all in the next one.